Hi guys, Steph here. Okie dokie, what we got for you today? We've got for you a lovely, handsome, classic fountain pen. Now this one, for you regular viewers, you would have seen in my last pen haul video here, you would have seen, there you go, look, I thought I actually bought a spare cap and we weren't too sure where it belonged until later on, there we go, we actually had the pen with us as well, so there you go. So the cap fits to the pen and all we need to do now is give the pen some TLC. And after that TLC, look at this, as I say, this classic handsome fountain pen. What we've got for you, nice and simple, is a Watermans 52 fountain pen in this lovely black hard rubber. Let's take you to the barrel imprint. Okay, which is nice and clear. There you go. You can see it says Watermans. To the centre, it's got the Ideal logo. To the left of the logo, it's got registered US or Reg U. And then to the right of it, Pat Office. And then just underneath it there, you've got fountain pen. So there you go. A lovely, lovely clear barrel imprint, as you can see. And then to the end of the barrel, you can see somewhere, says he. There we go. I'm just trying to get it up correct, looking over the camera. Well, there we go. I'm hoping you can see. You've got a number, the number 52 to the end of the barrel, as you can see there. I think it's that way up there, is it? I don't know. So we've got the number 52 on the end of the barrel, which indicates, as we've said, it's a Watermans Ideal 52 fountain pen. Now these came in, well, different combinations. Some came with gold bands, some came just plain, some came without a clip, and then you've got the top of the range ones, which basically had, you know, like silver overlays to them, gold overlays, but in that particular case, the number, although they were actually a 52 model, I think for like a silver, you would have the number 4 before the 52, so it'd become, I think, a 452. But yeah, you know, the 52 pen at that particular period, and when I say period, 1920s, 1930s, was a very popular pen, and as I said, came in numerous different variants. You can see it comes with what we term as a box lever. You can see it's got the sort of Ideal logo once again to the end of the lever, as you can see there. Okay, and if we just open it up for you, so there you go, you can see what we call a box lever. Okay, now as you saw before, it was a little bit tired. I've basically cleaned it up, serviced it, put a brand new sack in the pen, and well, it's as good as it's going to get, but somebody's going to enjoy a very, very nice pen. So what we'll do, we'll try and find a new home for this gorgeous example. It's got these sort of lines, as you can see, you know, running throughout the pen. You can see them basically on the cap there. And if we show you some of the barrel, there you go, you can see them here and there on the barrel as well. But what we have also here is a gold band, and I'm just hoping you can see, there you go, it says 9 karat gold 375, and then just above it, it has FDW, which indicates that this is, well, it's not actually Lewis Waterman, but his nephew, who took over when he was no longer around, and this is the Frank Waterman, as I say, the nephew of Lewis Waterman, who was the chap that started Watermans themselves. Okay, there you go. Once again, we've got this riveted, again, an Ideal logo to the clip, and it has, you can see, it says clip cap. Okay, so in that particular period, as I say, they had, this particular model, it was actually clipless, or you could have, as it says there, a clip cap, which is a bowl clip there of the period. As we said just then, it's a riveted clip as well. Very, very nice indeed. The size of this particular pen, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, is 136 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice comfortable 11 millimeters in diameter. So a nice sized pen. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in a couple of different angles. Okay, so very nice indeed. As I said, it's been fully cleaned, fully serviced, new sack fitted, and it's now ready for a new home. Okay, so anybody, as we always say on these videos, if it's of interest, don't leave a comment down below saying, is it available? As I always say, pop me an email and be the first in line. Or in some cases, you're not in a line, so either way, send an email and you will find out. So there we go, there's the section, slightly concaved, quite a long section, and then we've got the nib here, okay, which is a Watermans Ideal Reg US Pat Office nib. Okay, so once again made in the US, which is correct with the pen itself, again made in US, so all is correct there. We've got the feed underneath, as you can see, very nice and clean, as it should be, because as with all my pens, everything gets thoroughly clean. The feed, the ink channels, even like the threads, I clean all the threads thoroughly, so everything is as clean as I can make it. So a lovely comfortable pen, a lovely size, even with my large hands. But what we're going to do, let's just put a little bit of ink. I'm not going to fill it all the way up, let's just give it one pull of the lever. If I just can get my nail into it, it says hey, there we go. So pop that in the ink, there we go. Lots of bubbling going on there. Let's give it a wipe. So to fill it, obviously what you do is pop it in the ink as I've just done there, but you'd give it a couple of pulls, maybe numerous pulls on the lever, to give it some, to fill this sack up as much as you can take. But I've just done it just simply once, just to do a writing sample. Now, a lot of these Waterman pens are renowned for having flexi nibs. I've not tested this one. You're seeing exactly what I'm seeing here and now. So let's see how it writes. So what we have is a Watermans Ideal, and this is a number 52, made in USA and made around 1920s, maybe 1930s. Okay, now it doesn't feel to have any flex. It feels quite stiff, so let's see. Saying that, I tell a little bit of a lie. Yeah, it does have a little bit of flex. There we go. So it does have a little bit of flex. I've got a little bit of ink on my finger, unfortunately. Not cleaned it off properly on the pen, but never mind. But there we have it. Yeah, it's not a totally flexy nib, but it does have a little bit of line variation, as you can clearly see on the writing sample there. So very nice indeed. A classic hard, well, yes, black hard rubber Watermans 52 with a solid gold 9-carat gold band and this gold clip cap, not lever, clip to the cap with, as you saw earlier, a lovely box lever as you saw. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up as well. Some of you forget that. Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini from me in this lovely handsome pen. Bye-bye for now.